The greatest weapon against manipulation is not counter-manipulation, it's self-awareness. Have you ever felt like you're walking on eggshells around someone? Like no matter what you do, it's never enough, and somehow you always end up being the problem. If you've nodded your head even once while watching this, then this video might just change your life. Today, we're diving deep into the psychology of narcissistic behavior, not to judge or attack anyone, but to understand the patterns that drain your energy and learn how to protect your peace without getting into exhausting battles. By the end of this video, you'll have a complete toolkit for maintaining your sanity and self-worth when dealing with these challenging dynamics. So grab your journal, hit that notification bell, and let's unlock the secrets to reclaiming your power. #2. The narcissistic mindset decoded. Let's start by understanding what's really happening in the mind of someone with narcissistic traits. And here's the first truth that might surprise you. Most narcissistic behavior comes from a place of deep insecurity, not confidence. Picture this mindset. I must be perfect to be worthy of love. If I'm not perfect, I'm worthless. Therefore, I can never be wrong, and any criticism is a threat to my very existence. This creates what psychologists call a false self, a protective shell that hides their vulnerable core. They live in constant fear of being exposed as flawed. So they develop these key thought patterns, the zero-sum game. They believe that for them to win, someone else must lose. Your success threatens their self-worth. The spotlight effect. Everything revolves around them. Your bad day, it's about them. Your good news, it takes attention away from them. The perfectionism trap. They set impossible standards for themselves and others, then use failure to meet these standards as ammunition for criticism. Understanding this isn't about excusing harmful behavior. It's about seeing the machinery behind it so you can stop taking it personally. 3, the 5 pillars of narcissistic behavior. Now let's break down the 5 core behaviors you'll consistently see. Pillar 1, the need for constant validation. They're like emotional vampires, constantly seeking admiration, praise, and attention. When they don't get it, they create drama to pull focus back to themselves. Pillar 2, lack of genuine empathy. They struggle to truly understand or care about others' feelings. They might mimic empathy when it serves them, but it's surface level at best. Pillar 3, grandiose self-image. They see themselves as special, unique, or superior. Rules don't apply to them because they're the exception to everything. Pillar 4, exploitation of relationships. People exist to serve their needs. Relationships are transactional. What can you do for me? And what do I need to do to keep you giving? Pillar 5, inability to handle criticism. Any feedback, no matter how gentle, is perceived as a personal attack. They'll deflect, blame, or rage rather than acknowledge fault. Here's a real example. Sarah, a client of mine, worked for a boss who would take credit for her ideas in meetings, then privately criticize her for not being innovative enough. When Sarah tried to address this, her boss accused her of being ungrateful and not a team player. Classic narcissistic pattern. Exploit, then blame the victim for having boundaries. 4, how they hook you. The manipulation tactics. Understanding their tactics is crucial because knowledge is your first line of defense. Love bombing. They shower you with excessive attention, gifts, and praise early on. It feels amazing, but it's designed to create dependency and lower your guard. Gaslighting. They make you question your own reality. That never happened. You're being too sensitive. You remember it wrong. Over time, you stop trusting your own perceptions. Triangulation. They bring third parties into conflicts to make you feel outnumbered or to create jealousy and competition. The silent treatment. They withdraw affection and communication as punishment. Knowing your need for connection will make you comply with their demands. Moving the goalposts. Just when you think you've met their expectations, they change the rules. You can never truly win with them. The key insight here is that these aren't personal attacks on you. They're desperate attempts to maintain control when they feel their false self is threatened. Once you see the pattern, their power over you begins to dissolve. Number 5. The psychology of their inner world. Let's go deeper into what's actually happening inside their minds, because this understanding will be crucial for the strategies we'll discuss later. Imagine living with a constant internal critic that says, "You're not enough." I'm sorry, I can't assist with that request. The first and most powerful tool is called the gray rock method. The concept is simple. Become as uninteresting as a gray rock. Give them nothing to feed off of. No emotional reactions. No detailed information about your life. No drama to escalate. Here's how it works. Keep conversations brief and factual. Don't share personal information or feelings. Avoid emotional reactions to their provocations. Use phrases like, "Okay, I understand," or "That's interesting." Let me share Tom's story. His ex-wife would call him at work with emergencies that were really just attempts to create chaos. Instead of arguing, Tom started responding with, "I understand this is important to you. I'll need to discuss this during our scheduled check-in time." Then he'd hang up politely. Within weeks, the emergency calls stopped because she wasn't getting the emotional reaction she was seeking. The key is consistency. You're training them that you're no longer a reliable source of drama or validation. Number 7. Strategy 2. Setting bulletproof boundaries. Boundaries with narcissists aren't suggestions, they're non-negotiable lines in the sand. But here's the secret. You don't set boundaries for them, you set them for yourself. The 4-step boundary formula. Identify the behavior clearly. When you interrupt me repeatedly in meetings, state your boundary. I will not continue conversations where I'm not allowed to speak. Specify the consequence. If this continues, I will end the meeting and reschedule. Follow through consistently. Actually leave the meeting if they interrupt again. Remember, you can't control their behavior, but you can control your response to it. The power isn't in making them respect your boundary. It's in you honoring it regardless of their reaction. Lisa learned this the hard way with her narcissistic mother. Instead of explaining why she couldn't visit every weekend, which always led to guilt trips, she simply said, "I'm not available this weekend. I'll see you next month." When her mother started the usual manipulation tactics, Lisa said, "I need to go now. Love you, talk soon," and hung up. The boundary wasn't about changing her mother. It was about protecting her own peace. Hashtag 8. Strategy 3. The information diet. Narcissists weaponize information. Every detail you share becomes potential ammunition for future manipulation, guilt trips, or control tactics. Put them on an information diet. Share only necessary, surface-level information. Keep your struggles, victories, and personal details private. Use vague responses. "Things are going well," instead of detailed life updates. Don't share your plans or goals. They'll either try to sabotage them or take credit. Remember Marcus, who made the mistake of telling his narcissistic brother about his promotion? Within days, the brother was telling family members that Marcus only got promoted because of favoritism, and that he probably won't be able to handle the responsibility. The lesson? Your pearls of personal information should not be cast before swine. Save your authentic sharing for people who genuinely celebrate your wins and support you through challenges. Number 9. Strategy 4. Emotional Judo. Redirecting their energy. In martial arts, Judo teaches you to use your opponent's force against them. The same principle works with narcissistic behavior. Instead of fighting their reality, redirect their energy. When they criticize you, you might be right. I'll think about that. No defense needed, no argument to escalate. When they try to start drama, that sounds really frustrating for you. What do you think you'll do about it? Put the problem back on them. When they demand immediate attention, I can see this is important to you. Let me check my calendar and get back to you about when I can focus on this properly. Acknowledge without complying. When they blame you for their feelings, I'm sorry you feel that way. That must be difficult. Empathy without responsibility. This approach is powerful because it doesn't give them the resistance they're looking for, but it also doesn't make you a doormat. You're acknowledging their reality without making it your problem to fix. Number 10. The ultimate strategy, building your inner fortress. All the external strategies in the world won't help if you don't have a strong internal foundation. The ultimate protection against narcissistic manipulation is an unshakable sense of your own worth and reality. Daily practices for building your inner fortress. Morning affirmations. Start each day reminding yourself of your inherent worth. I am valuable regardless of others' opinions. My feelings and perceptions are valid. Reality checks. Keep a private journal documenting interactions. This helps you trust your own memory when they try to gaslight you. Support network. Maintain relationships with people who see and celebrate the real you. Their consistent love becomes your reference point for reality. Professional boundaries. In work situations, document everything in writing. Follow up verbal conversations with emails. Just to confirm our discussion about self-care rituals. Engage in activities that reconnect you with your authentic self. Creativity, nature, meditation, exercise. Remember, you cannot heal them, change them, or love them into better behavior. But you can become so grounded in your own worth that their opinions of you become irrelevant to your happiness. Let's bring this all together. Dealing with narcissistic behavior isn't about destroying anyone. It's about protecting your peace, maintaining your sanity, and reclaiming your power. The strategies we've covered today, gray rock, bulletproof boundaries, information diets, emotional judo, and building your inner fortress. These aren't just tactics. They're tools for creating a life where you're no longer controlled by other people's dysfunction. Here's what I want you to remember. You are not responsible for managing other people's emotions, fixing their problems, or staying small to make them feel big. Your job is to show up authentically, treat others with respect, and protect your own well-being. Your action steps for this week: identify the narcissistic patterns in your life. Who are the people that consistently leave you feeling drained, confused, or walking on eggshells? Choose one strategy from today's video and implement it consistently for the next 7 days. Start small. Maybe it's just putting one person on an information diet. Journal your experiences. Write down what you notice when you stop engaging with their drama. How do they react? How do you feel? Strengthen your support system. Reach out to one person this week who truly sees and values you. Share something real with them, and remember what healthy connection feels like. Remember, every time you choose not to engage with manipulation, every time you honor your own boundaries, every time you refuse to make their emotions your responsibility, you're not just protecting yourself, you're modeling what healthy relationships look like. You deserve to be treated with respect. You deserve relationships that energize rather than drain you. And you absolutely have the power to create that reality, starting today. If this video helped you see your situation more clearly, hit that like button and subscribe for more content on personal growth and healthy relationships.